President Trump's son, Eric Trump, along with his brother, Donald Trump Jr., have just launched another major business venture, making something that we all use affordable and with a patriotic mission. I sat down with Eric Trump to talk about this big and exciting announcement and what's happening with the MAGA movement. Eric, it's so great to have you here and see you.
Thank you, Rita. It's good to be with you as always. We've been doing this for a long time. So.
I know. We have known each other for decades. I'm so proud of you and your family. What does this moment feel like? First off, this week was 10 years from coming down the escalator. Yeah. I can't even imagine what's in your mind. When I saw that moment, I had tears in my eyes knowing you and loving you and your family. What was it like for you personally? And now when you look back 10 years later?
Honestly, it's hard to look back in a certain way, right? Some days it feels like it's 10 minutes. Some days it feels like it's 100 years. The amount that was accomplished during that period of time, the battles that we fought, the weaponization of government, what they did to us, what they tried to do to my father. They tried to kill him. They tried to impeach him. They tried to debank me. They raided our homes. They weaponized the FBI and the DOJ. I mean, they literally censored him. They took him off of Twitter. They took him off of Facebook. They went after Supreme Court justices. They made up the Russia collusion hoax. They did the dirty dossiers. I mean, I got 116 subpoenas for doing absolutely nothing wrong, and they didn't want him in politics. They knew he threatened their existence, and they came after him with everything they had. And you look at the fight that we've been in for the last 10 years. You know, first winning against Hillary, second, I think, winning again in 2020, but irrespective, winning again in 2024, which frankly, Rita, was even cooler because you did that with a brand new cabinet. You did that with a bunch of fighters. You did that with the House. You did that with the Senate. You did that with, obviously, a massive majority in the Supreme Court. And you did it with the popular vote. And you did it having won all this, having won all the swing states. And you did it with a whole population, including a new style media who was willing to combat the old nonsense. I mean, it's remarkable. It's been a remarkable journey. He's the toughest man I've ever met in my entire life.
Me too.
Never stopped.
Me too. And I thought I knew some tough ones. He is.
He's the greatest. He never stopped. He had backbone unlike anybody, and I'm proud of him. I'm proud to be in that fight. I can't tell you how few there were that made it all the way through. Rita, they never broke us, and they could have. They never, ever broke us, and incredibly proud of that.
Think about what he's accomplished and what he is looking at now. I mean, he's dealing with Iran and Israel. He's dealing with Russia and Ukraine. He's dealing with, obviously, the G7 this week. I mean, there's just been so many things on his plate. I have never known anybody to juggle so many things and succeed at so many things. And also, he is talking peace through strength.
That's right.
And last weekend, you were, I saw, at the military parade. Yeah. It was really beautiful. You know how much the military means to me. Talk about also just your love of America and how really you guys always are thinking of the military and putting the military first.
Well, we certainly love this country. There's no family that bleeds red, white, and blue like we do. Hey, we needed this journey like a hole in the head. Literally, figuratively, we needed this journey like a hole in the head. And we fought because we loved our nation. Our nation was in steep decline on so many fronts. The respect from around the world, we were getting ripped off by everybody. Our spending was absolutely reckless. No one was doing anything to promote our country. And all of a sudden, you had the greatest cheerleader come in. You had, Donald Trump, and maybe by extension, a lot of his family. And people saw us fighting as a cohesive unit because we love red, white, and blue. I can tell you, my father gave up more than any president financially, from a lifestyle standpoint. Any other billionaire around the world would have, gone back to Mar-a-Lago, flown the beautiful planes around the world, played golf every single day, enjoyed their grandkids. Instead, he's got blood dripping down his ear and his neck, and somebody tried to shoot him in the head, and he's yelling "fight, fight, fight" at the crowd. Believe me, the last thing my father needs is that. The last thing our family needs is that. Right. We do it out of love of country. We do it because we love this nation.
It's clear.
And we believe in this nation, and you can't fake that. You can't fake the love. Everybody goes up there, and you've got so many of these kind of feckless politicians who will say anything to be elected, and people can read through them. The Americans are really smart. They can read through those people. And then you look at California as they're throwing, bricks through, police cars' windows while holding flags of different nationalities, then setting those cars ablaze while trying to hurt law enforcement and other people. And you're sitting there saying, wow, like what a contrast. You have a former FBI director that's saying 86-47, writing it out in seashells on the beach, right? And and then they use horrible words to describe my father and our family, calling him Hitler. It doesn't make sense, but the great news is the American people don't buy it.
Right.
It's why we've won. It's why we won the popular vote. It's why we won all the swing states. It's why we have a majority, and again, the House and the Senate. It's why the Republican Party has never been hotter. And I think the Democrats have big problems. I don't know if they have enough hubris to admit that they have big problems, but I think they know they have big structural problems.
So one of the big things, obviously, this week, you launched Trump Mobile, and I brought up the love of military because one of the things that I think is so neat about it is it's unlimited calls in countries where there are military bases, which is, I think, is so apropos of the Trump family, of all of you guys, because of your love of the military. Talk about how neat this venture is.
I've asked 10 people the question, how much do you pay on your cell phone bill? And they have no idea. And then they go back and look. We're doing it for $47 a month. Our objective is to, by the end of the year, make phones in America for Americans. All the customer service that we have right now is in America. eSIM cards, you go sign up, you get a number, that's an eSIM card you put in your phone. You're immediately on Trump Mobile, utilizing the biggest carriers at massive discounts. Free text, unlimited messaging, unlimited calling to over 100 countries around the world, including, obviously, many of those military bases that you mentioned and military personnel. It's really, really exciting. And we got into it. They deplatformed us from social media. Right. So guess what? We built our own social media company. They deplatformed us from the banks. They canceled all our bank accounts. So guess what? We built World Liberty Financial. I feel like Trump Mobile's kind of the next stage in this.
Well, we're so honored to have you, so honored to have such a great leader in this country, and we love you and we love your family. And bravo, this is going to be an enormous success because everything you guys touch is gold.
Rita, I better see you holding a Trump phone next time you're here, all right?
That's a deal, I promise.
You better see you holding it.
It's so wonderful to see you. Huge congrats, my friend. Huge congrats.
Thank you, Rita. Great to be on.
Information. Truth. Is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.